First of all, we would like to also take this time as a public to thank the former governors for their work and dedication and willingness to serve the nation. And we also want to usher in and congratulate the new governors who were added from the governors who were already appointed in March. But these appointments are very critical because these are actually extremely crucial for the consolidation of the president's agenda, for the president's policies, for the president's next 5 years plan on how to be able to serve the nation. So because governors are actually, they serve administrative and political, they are the administrative and political bridges between the central government and the regional constituencies. So it's very important, therefore, by appointing individuals that are aligned to her vision, that are aligned to her policy priorities, that are aligned to make sure that coordination of delivering of development programs are really enforced, in terms of accountability, mobilizing support and for national initiatives, and also making sure that they are on the ground as eyes, hands, and the feet of the president.
That explains the qualities, but then would you say that she's met those requirements?
As we say, looking at those appointments, they are really people of experience. Some of them really rose within the ranks from the grassroots. They already engaged into the groundwork and then, moving up. And some have got corporate governance experience and so on. So really, you can say that it was really a good mix. Of course, young people and also older alike, to make sure that that transference of knowledge, experience is actually sustained within the space.
Now, I think part of the headlines yesterday was the fact that the president did mention that all directives, issued a directive rather, that all invitations extended to regional governors be routed through her office. Why do you think that is the case, and what is the practicality there? What is the benefit of that?
Well, in project management, we actually call that monitoring and evaluation. I think even looking at her excellency as well, she's somebody of great experience. She's somebody, who was there when this act was amended, that the governors are actually appointed by the president. I think also number one is to cut costs. Number two, I think is to make sure that governors remain in the regions, to really interact with the people, looking at the plight of the people, looking at the needs of the people, to understand in and out, because 5 years is very little. So the issue of always being absent from the jurisdiction, from the geographical area where you are appointed, you miss out on certain critical aspects of great importance. So I think for me, this is the right move, the right direction, to see that governors are present within their areas to look into how they can better serve their people.
Okay, so that was pretty prominent in the circular that you issued to the governors, reminding them that they are appointed to serve their own regions. Were there any other highlights for you as far as that circular to the governors, sort of giving them their marching orders so long?
Yes, I think it's exciting to ask the electorate to see how these things, the dynamics of politics are really changing in Namibia. You can see that even us as the electors, we can see now more need for accountability, more need for transparency, more need for the appointing authorities to really tell us that if you don't work, there will be consequences. So in other words, she's also given us as electorate the prerogative to do our own judgment, to see who's really working. So we can see the marching orders, as you have heard, is to fulfill the manifesto of the government of the day, that's the SOPO party. And also that manifesto has been incorporated into the NDP6. So NDP6 now becomes a national plan. So for me, that's very important to see that the people who had the voting can see that, we are being served based on this mandate, on these priorities, on these objectives, and we are following through as well.
I think another notable mention there is that the governors do consist of a number of young people as well and women. So does this align with the stated agenda of the administration?
Correct, especially agenda number 2, youth empowerment. I think we have seen it already in the appointment of ministers, and we've also seen it already in the first appointment of the governors, and we've also seen it even in this one as well, that young people are featuring them. But you can really see that these are young people, but to be honest with you, they are well experienced. Some of them entered this field literally when they were even youth, or even likely in their late 20s or even early 20s. So you can see there's young people, yes, but you can see they've understood the system. they've actually engaged with the people on the ground. And not only that, based on the NSA's statistical reports, you can see that the youth are the majority. So Her Excellency, she's very strategically, looking into that area so that the youth lead and the youth talk to the other youth, and the other youth see that indeed there's potential in us because the future is ours. So for me, it's really embedding sustainable leadership, sustainable politics, and making sure that you already give the baton to those who will be there in the future. So definitely already in terms of leadership grooming, in terms of preparedness, in terms of incorporating young people who will take over, the candle to continue with it. So these already the idea. And I like the fact that she's mixing. So the young people should also not just get in there and just, not actually seek advice. So let them talk to the elderly with experience so they can learn from them, so that in times of other experiences, they will be able to know and bridging the old and the new to be able to actually attend and tackle current and future challenges.